Welcome back to this extended edition of Today. The majority of people in Alfred's firing line are right now hunkering down, but there is still the odd thrill seeker heading straight into the eye of the storm. And that is not necessarily where people want to be. However, some have turned this into a profession, and one of them is Justin. And Justin joins me now. Justin, you're a storm chaser. What is it like right now chasing a storm like this, Cyclone Alfred? We haven't seen something like this for some time. Talk me to.
No, look, we haven't. It's a bit of a novelty here for southeastern Queensland. Obviously, you know, from a chasing perspective, you'd want a really big, nasty TC. We don't want that down here.
Yeah.
So it is that novelty, but still 90 to 120 kilometre an hour wind gusts. I mean, there's nothing to sneeze at here, and we've already seen that down Coolangatta. All the power outages, down trees, power lines, so it is affecting the area.
It's getting pretty dicey, Justin. How do you stay safe out there?
Look, it can be tricky at times. You've got to be quite smart and know where to go and try and stay in very open areas and away from buildings in particular, with some flying debris, and there was some of that down this morning. I had to steer well clear of that. You're
probably better than most at sort of tracking a cyclone like this, a storm of this nature. So how do you keep abreast of it? We know it's been unpredictable, we know it's been delayed. What are you doing to sort of stay in touch?
Oh, a little bit. So checking satellite all the time because it updates every 10-15 minutes, obviously radar as well. And any new models that come in, so that data comes in every 6 hours, so I'm checking that too. But right now it's live observations as well, and then basically just trying to find the middle of it and get into it.
I mean, you're braver than me, that's for sure. What is happening in the middle of it right now?
Well, right now it is just churning away, as we can see behind us here out in the ocean, and just whipping up massive swells and waves. And that's going to continue over the next probably 24 to 36 hours. It looks like it's kind of stalled and slowed down a little bit more now, so we may not see landfall until maybe mid-morning tomorrow.
Yeah, OK. Most people would think you're crazy, and the advice I imagine for others is not to do what you're doing, right?
A little bit, yeah. If you do want to do it, like, you've got to go out with professionals. You've got to learn a lot about meteorology and just really have a good sense of awareness.
What do you do if things do go awry?
Well, there's a few things. You've really got to keep a calm head a calm, level head. A lot of people tend to panic, and panicking makes bad mistakes, and that gets you even to further trouble. So you do have to have a very clear head when it comes to that. And if you do get in harm's way, you just got to think about it. You mainly have 60, 90 seconds to do that, but very calmly.
I think, Justin, what we're seeing at the moment, right, I mean, even now here in Burleigh Heads, we're seeing some people out on the beach. That's very different to what you're doing, isn't it? That's just reckless kind of risk-taking. Yeah,
a lot of people just want to go out and they're kind of gawking and looking, and they do get quite close. I've seen some pretty nasty videos of the last couple of days of that. That's certainly stuff that I won't do, because I know the power of this water, and if it does hit you and it sweeps you out, you're not coming back. And I don't want that. Like, I love chasing storms, but I do not want to be swept out there.
Are you one of those people who's travelled the world for this kind of storm chasing?
I do. I go to the US, and I do volcanoes as well, and got a secret volcano trip planned for later this year to a remote island that I could be one of the rarest Australians in history to ever witness. So.
Oh my goodness, geez, you are a daredevil, aren't you? I mean, under Adrenaline Junkie, you'll find your name, that's for sure.
You only live once, so why not?
What's the worst of it that you've seen?
So the worst that I've seen was in 2011. We just escaped the deadliest tornado, or 7th deadliest tornado in US history. That was the town of Joplin, Missouri. Unfortunately, it killed 160 people.
Wow. And
it missed us by about 300 metres, and that was kind of a day that really hurts my soul, because we were telling people to take cover and they just weren't listening to us. And unfortunately, that entire area was decimated, and it's just one of those events I have to live with.
300 metres, and this is the issue, isn't it? I mean, despite the warnings, people still don't want to listen. Why?
They don't, and they really, it's quite fascinating. There is something so beautiful about witnessing, and that's why part of the reason why I love doing it. So I can see why they're drawn to it, but there's also an element that's extremely dangerous, and if you don't understand or know that, you're going to get caught out, and that's where years and years of training and practice out in the field comes in and helps.
All right, so where are you going to next from here?
It's an excellent question. I might go back down to Coolangatta, but I might kind of just see how this phases over the next 12, 24 hours. It's probably going to drift a little bit more north, and so I want to follow that wind field and the biggest waves and storm surge too.
So you've basically got your car ready to go because of the changes that we're constantly hearing about.
Absolutely, yeah, I've got everything in my car, and my car is full of hail dents from some of the biggest hail in Australia too, so trophies.
I'd hate to know what your insurance premium is, Justin. All right, thank you very much. Stay safe out there, and anyone at home, do not do what Justin's doing unless you understand the science the way he does. Thank you, Matt, and good luck out there.